I love the WWE Championship run Punk had, and I don't know. Anytime he gets on a mic, I put him in that category of Paul Heyman, Bray Wyatt, um, level where I have to have my eyes glued to the television. He's
Mhm.
just so captive, and he's pretty decent in the ring, minus a few bumps here and there, but, like,
Well,
everyone
he's
has
also like
those.
40 now, so
Exactly, like, I am a huge Punk, I would say, advocate of bringing him back. Maybe that's just because I'm an agent of chaos and would love to see that, but I yeah, I'm torn, Sarah. I'm really torn if I do want him back in WWE with how things are right now. Would
that's
it be a
what
bad thing?
that's what I am. Like, I've never been a Punk fan. I've always, respected what he did in the ring and whatever. But I've just never been a fan of him as a person and his like toxicity that keeps coming out about him.
Mhm.
And I just don't know that WWE is in a spot that they need a guy like CM Punk right now. I feel like we are kind of moving into, other than the fact that it's a Triple H era, I think we are moving into a new era where we are seeing an uptick of younger talent kind of becoming more of the face of the company, as opposed to like, John Cena isn't really around. So it's not like you're relying on John Cena, Randy Orton, this guy. It's now like, there's LA Knight, there's Gunther, there's whoever, and like,
Judgment Day,
yeah, and it feels like with CM Punk is
Cody
kind of taking a
Rhodes.
step backwards,
Mhm.
like just because it's going back to like the age old way of how they would have WWE, where they were so reliant on these like veteran guys, and it's like they don't need that anymore. You know what I mean? There's a reason
Mhm.
why you're selling out Raws and SmackDowns every week. There's a reason why that you're selling out pay-per-views and having to add more tickets. It's not, and the thing is with Survivor Series, that was happening before any speculation about CM Punk. I think it would have happened even if there wasn't any speculation of CM Punk. So I don't know that he's really needed. And I don't mean that in like any disrespectful way, but some people just don't seem to understand that they're not really in a place that it's like, oh, we could really use a CM Punk right now. I mean, we kind of even talked about it with Randy. It's like it'll be interesting to see how they bring Randy back, because it's even hard to think about how they could use a Randy Orton right now, because it's like,
Yeah.
where do you fit and where would you make sense? And like, what are you going to do? So then trying to think of Punk, who's been gone for 10 plus years, it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where he'd fit in.
I don't either. I don't. It's homegrown talent now. It's that younger talent
Yeah. Yeah,
that
and then look
we're
at all the
seeing.
people in NXT.
I
Like,
mean, I'm seeing parallels right now in NXT with Mello and Braun Breaker to Cena and Batista. I really am,
well,
and
but I just
that's
mean,
where we're
like,
at.
they're going to be called up soon. You know what I
That's what I
mean? But
mean.
then,
Yeah,
yeah, and then if you have a CM Punk added, it's like that's a spot being taken away from a young guy who's been working his ass off to get onto the main roster. So it's like, I don't know. I guess that the best way they could use Punk is maybe in a sparingly way, kind of like, I don't know. I know it just, I don't know, every other month or something like that. But I think that would be best for them and best for him, because he's probably not a guy that needs to be wrestling every single week
no,
anymore.
he doesn't. He doesn't need to be on television every week. No, make
Yeah.
him a star. Make him an attraction.
Yeah. So I guess that would be the way to do it. But, and like I said, the only way that I will get excited about him coming back is just hearing Cult of Personality. Otherwise, I'm not into him being back. Yeah. It's just because that's like one of the best theme songs I
It's
think ever.
it's one of the best entrances. It's so
He has
fun.
two of the best entrance themes. Cult of Personality and This Fire Burns. Two, like, those are like two of my top 10, I think, ever.
I listen
So
to
good.
his Ring of Honor one every day before work. I love that
It,
song.
it's so
It's
good.
Misery Cantana. I think that's what it is. Missouri Cantana, whatever.
I don't know.